my dudes? It's Demi and it's Epcot Food and Wine 2024, and I am back again this year giving you my honest reviews on every single booth here at this festival. 30 booths plus more festival offerings. There is so much to eat and drink here, and I am so excited to bring you along and show you the options today. So let's just get into it. Let's do Epcot Food and Wine 2024, and let's go get into some hijinks. We are starting this video by seeing a bunch of brand new booths at the festival. Starting out on the bridge to Swirled Showcase, on the right side, we have Bramblewood Bites. On your way into the park or at the booths, make sure to pick up your festival passport. Not only does it show all of the menus for food and wine, in the back you have the cheese crawl, Emil's fromage montage. You buy 5 items off of this list. It can be the same item 5 times, and then at the end you get a prize. And you don't have to finish this in one day. You can come back over and over again until you fill up 5 spots. Here is the menu for Bramblewood Bite. First up, we have the spiced apple old-fashioned inspired cocktail with Boyd and Blair rum. Our first dish is the cast iron roasted Brussels sprouts and root vegetables, dried cranberries, candied pecans, and maple bourbon glaze. Next up is the grilled bison with butternut squash puree, roasted mushrooms, and huckleberry gastrique. And finally, the grilled cider brine pork tenderloin with fennel apple slaw and apple cider gastrique. All right, first up, the pork. Oh, wow. That pork is so tender and so juicy. You're getting all of that sauce and the juices are just like humming out of it. It's like a little bit sweet, but not like crazy sweet. That is delicious. And then you get the little crunch. And that's apple. Oh, that's apple. And it all is so nice. It is very, again, fall flavors and really juicy, cooked well. Next up, we got the beef. Very salty. It's not as tender as that pork at all. I'm not a fan of this. It just keeps getting saltier and saltier. And then the brine is okay. Not the brine, the browning. It's just like a lot of salt. I mean, you do get a little bit of the sweetness, but it's mostly salt. Not a fan of this. So I can't drink this cocktail because it has apple in it, but my friends around me are telling me that it's very smoky from the bourbon, lovely apple flavor that goes well together, cinnamony, and even though it's bourbon, it's actually very refreshing. And finally, let's eat our vegetables. We got a little bit of everything. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. I love this. This is just a bowl of fall vegetables right here. The vegetables are cooked really nice. They're not overcooked, they're not undercooked. They have that nice crunch to it. The sauce is a little tangy, a little sweet, and you get the crunch of the pecans in here. This is like my fall dream booth, honestly. I wish the beef was a little better, but otherwise, this and the pork, fantastic. I'm very happy with this booth, even if one of the things was not the most amazing thing. Right next door is our next brand new booth, Mulled and Mulled. First up, we have and I want Jessie to say what it is.
Pearmint almond frangipan.
You did it! Next is the freshly baked carrot cake with walnuts and cream cheese icing. Next up is the Boursin fig and balsamic cheesecake with fig jam and pomegranate, and this is on the fromage montage. And finally, the Chocolate Shop chocolate red wine. Here is the inside of that carrot cake. It would be so great if I could see what I was doing. It's so sunny out. Oh my gosh, that frosting. That is the sweetest cheesecake frosting I've ever tasted in my life. It's so sugary. It takes over the entire carrot cake. It's too bad because the inside of the carrot cake isn't bad. It's nothing like amazing, but it's at least a little bit opposite of dry, the M word that everybody hates. But that cream cheese is so sugary. Okay, what could be cheesecake and fig and all this nonsense? I don't know. This is such a weird flavor. First of all, the texture is very soft, and then it's just like fig. So there's really not much going on there, and you get like a little bit of like the softness of the cracker. It's not my personal favorite. It's just kind of all fig flavor with like a weird soft texture. But it's not like bad or anything. It's just not great. All right, frangipan, here we go. Now that's nice. The crust I wish was a little bit more crusty here, but the outside is really good, and you have that sugar. And then it's like very mildly sweet, very like a pasty kind of, tart thing, and it's not bad. It's not amazing. I wish that it was just a little more crustier, but it's not bad. Overall, this booth wasn't my favorite, but it's not like a terribly bad booth. I think you have to have a certain taste for it. Oh, I forgot about the wine. Yeah. Oh, it does kind of taste like chocolate. That's so cool. It's very like dry, harsh red, but like you get that lovely chocolate flavor. This is good. It's not great for a hot day like today, but maybe as the season goes on, this is a really nice red fall wine. Walking down, next up, another new booth, Forest and Field. First up is the autumn chili with bison, lamb, and pork belly, root vegetables, jalapeno cornbread, smoked cheddar, and creme fraiche. Next, we have the burrata with seasonal fall fruit, spiced pecans, apple puree, and fig vinaigrette. And finally, the pumpkin mascarpone ravioli with sage brown butter, pecorino cheese, and hazelnut praline, and this is on the fromage montage. All right, let's first start with the ravioli. I will say it's only 3 raviolis here, pretty small portion. It's pretty good. Like, I love that they added this like cheese and these little crunchies really kind of make it. Otherwise, honestly, like this could be Trader Joe's pumpkin ravioli and it, you know, wouldn't really be any different, but adding that little bit does definitely help. Maybe get it for the fromage montage if you're looking to fill that up, but like, for the cost for these 3, they're not like amazing. They're not bad either. They're fine, but they're just, you don't get that much for what you get. All right, it is 100 degrees, so let's eat some chili. That's so heavy. Oh my God, that's so heavy. It's a little bland. The meat is like nice and tender, but there's really not too much flavor going on here. I want to try the cornbread though. Honestly, the cornbread got mixed in the sauce, so it just tastes like the sauce, and the sauce is pretty bland. Not a fan of this. Probably great, and obviously in later months, but even so, it's kind of bland. I wouldn't get this again. Okay, so I just realized that there's apple all over this, and I realized I ate apple before. I really shouldn't be eating apple, so hold on. I'm gonna ask somebody else to review this one because this is too much apple for me to eat. This review is coming to you by Disney for Foodies. Make sure to go follow her, and you get a free Disney for Foodies dining guide if you become a patron on Patreon. Go support us on Patreon because you help support videos like this. She says the entire flavor combination goes really well. The burrata with the pecan is really nice texture. You get a little sweetness from the sauce. Overall, she very much enjoyed this. I wish I could enjoy this with her because it looks really good. The rain, she's a-coming. I had to pull out the umbrella hat, which I actually mostly used because it's so hot, but it also works in rain. Over at the new Communicore Hall, we have 2 booths. First on the outside is Festival Favorites. Because it's raining, we're gonna head into Communicore Hall. They're actually doing a lot of festival merchandise in here. There are still tables over there, but it's about to rain, so they're all taken. So I got the next best thing, a trash can, of course. And here is our haul from Festival Favorites. First up, we have the kielbasa and potato pierogies with caramelized onions and sour cream. And our drink is a non-alcoholic frozen s'mores chocolate milkshake with marshmallow syrup topped with mini marshmallow and graham cracker. Next up, they said this is new. This is not new. I had this 3 years ago. This is the barbecue pork rinds with pimento cheese, and I was not a fan of it then, but I will give it a try today. This is on the fromage montage. And then finally, we have a key lime tart. Lol, welcome to Florida. And the time I just filmed those 4 things, the sun is out again. And then what happens? In 2 seconds, it rains again. Okay, let's give this a try. Very, very chocolatey. It's also completely melted for me because we kept moving back and forth because of the rain. But chocolatey, got that graham cracker, marshmallows, classic s'more shake. Not bad. Okay, I did not like this 3 years ago in 2021, but let's see. It's better than 2021. Like, this is actually edible and doesn't break my teeth. This is actually pretty spicy, like for real spicy, because I love spice. That's good. If you are not a fan of spice, do not get this. I'm not a fan of pork rinds, but at least I did not break my tooth like last time. I didn't actually break my tooth, but it felt like I was. It's fine. If you love pimento cheese, it's here, but it is spicy. It is part of the montage. It's not like a terrible option, but it's not an option for me, really. All right, key lime. No. I literally had to spit that out. That crust was gross. It was like, crispy is the wrong word because I like a crispy crust. It was just like artificial kids food crust, if that makes any sense. The key lime flavor was fine, but that crust was a total turn off for me. And finally, pierogi. I love pierogies. That is so good. That is creamy, potatoey, cooked really well. Done, seasoned. Get that nice like fresh pepper in there. Kielbasa is really good too. It's not like crazy salty. It's grilled really nice. Wow, this was definitely the winner at this booth. Now inside Communicore Hall is the new booth, Macatizers. Here is our haul from Macatizers. So many macs. First we have the traditional mac and cheese with herb panko. Next is the truffle mac and cheese, and it smells amazing. Next is the cheesesteak macaroni and cheese with shaved beef, peppers, onions, and breadcrumbs. And finally, the Impossible chili cheese macaroni and cheese with sour cream and cheddar. It is plant-based, and all 4 items are on the fromage montage. All right, let's try out this traditional mac and cheese. Pretty good, like it's nothing like amazing, but I do love the panko on top. It gives it a nice crunch. It's really normal cheesy mac and cheese, but it's not like, oh my God, amazing, crazy mac and cheese. But maybe all those other ones could be a little bit better. Let's try the truffle mac. I'm hyped for this one. That's great. Whew, this mac is heavy, but it's good. That cheese flavor with the truffle is so tasty. It's just like smoky in a way. It is so, I don't want to say perfume because it's not like perfume, but it's just like there's a lot of aroma coming off is the kind of what I mean. It's really tasty, but you have to like truffle, obviously, to like this. All right, beef mac. Kind of reminds me of like bulgogi beef because it's so shredded. It's not bad. There's just not that much flavor to it. Definitely the truffle was better. I get a lot of that pepper flavor that's in here, all that mixed fresh pepper. It's like decent. If you're like a big meat and pepper person, maybe give this a try. I personally, so far, I'm a fan of the truffle. And finally, the Impossible with the chili. That's fantastic. This is what I wanted that chili at that other booth to be like. This has a lot of flavor. You're getting just like a lot of flavor within these beans, and the Impossible meat is like really seasoned very nicely. Plus you have that sour cream on top that gives it great creaminess. And then you have the little chips for texture. This is, even if you are not an Impossible person, like give this a try because this might surprise you. This is really, really good. Over by the Imagination Pavilion, Earth Eats is back, but with a brand new menu. Here they are offering the red wine braised beef short rib with goat cheese, polenta, puttanesca sauce, shaved pecorino, and petite herbs. They're also offering the lemon poppy seed cake with lemon icing, and they are offering a blood orange agua fresca. This is non-alcoholic. Looks really good. Let's first try this drink. Oh my gosh. It's so hot and this feels so good. It's so cold. It's not that sweet. It's nice and tart. Actually kind of makes the tongue a little dry. Really nice. I love this. More hot meat in hot sauce. Hearty fall favorites. Oh no. That's not good. I can taste the wine. It was not cooked enough. They needed to let that cook more, let it all get in there. It is really potent and tangy and not in a good way. And it's just, it takes up the entire flavor. I will say that the meat is cooked really nice. Like it's falling apart, but like that flavor is so intense. It's like burning my throat almost. Not a fan of this. All right, I love a lemon cake, so not bad. It's a little dry, but not like really dry, so it's edible. I don't love this creamy frosting on top. It's like a little too much personally, but if you like that, you will. But the actual cake itself, nice lemon, very little poppy in here, but you know, it's fine. It's not amazing, it's fine. If you like lemon cake, it's here for you. Over in the Lamb Pavilion, Sunshine Seasons has a festival offering. Here they are serving the caramel apple shake. It's gelato, caramel, it looks like a whole apple pie on there. Doesn't say what the cake pop is. It looks really good. Unfortunately, I can't have this because of the apple, so I'm gonna have Kristen tell you all about this drink. Red velvet cake pop.
Okay, I'm Demi's official taste tester for this. Here we go. Okay, it is very much like a caramel apple pie in some sort of milkshake form. Definitely gelato because it has kind of like an oily aftertaste, not like the creamy milkshake aftertaste, but all of the notes are there. You get the apple, you get the caramel, you get a mosquito in your face. Yeah, it's good. I mean, you know, nothing crazy. Would I recommend it? I don't think so. Definitely not on a hot day because it is not refreshing. But when it gets colder and you want a fall treat, but it's also a little warm, I think this might hit that for you.
Before Canada, there is Swirled Showcase, and they have a festival offering. This is the liquid nitrogen frozen sweet potato. It's mousse with candied pecans and maple caramel sauce. It looks insane. Oh, it's nice and cold. It's so cold, it's nice, but it is so sweet. That maple is just like sugar, sugar, sugar. Pecans are nice. If you like maple, you'll love this. Personally, it's too sugary for me, but I love how cold it is. Next up, Refreshment Port has a festival offering. Back again this year is the braised beef poutine, French fries with braised beef, boursin garlic, cheese sauce, cheese curds, and gherkin relish. Really tasty, all that flavor together. That gherkin gives it a nice tang to it, and the beef is always cooked really nice, great flavor. Really solid option. Next up, we have the Canada booth. Back again this year is the cheddar cheese and bacon soup served with a pretzel roll. Now, let me tell you, it's delicious because it's literally a bowl of cheese as soup, and it's wonderful, but it's also really hot here, so just be careful that you're gonna get hotter if you eat this, but it's really delicious. And back again is the filet mignon with mushrooms, boursin garlic, fine herbs, mashed potatoes, and boursin garlic, fine herbs, and butter. Next up, we have the France booth. Back again this year is the escargot. It's escargot with garlic and parsley cream. Honestly, for a theme park, it was really pretty good. It's not the most amazing escargot, but if you've never tried it, maybe this is the place to really give it a shot. And back again is the creme brulee. It's okay. I found this to be rather plain, and I wish it had more flavor to it. Not my favorite creme brulee. New to France this year is an onion with cheese dish. It has egg, goat cheese, caramelized onions. Sounds heavenly. Also new to France this year is the beef bourguignon. It's braised shortbread and cabernet with roasted potatoes, and I now want to watch Julia Child. After France, we have Brazil. Back again this year is the fan favorite pork belly with Brazilian nut pesto and rice and beans. So good, so juicy, so yummy. And back again is the pão de queijo, the Brazilian cheese bread. Not like my favorite, but still very good. It's like bread, and the bread is like kind of covered all in cheese, so it's all one big cheesy bread, and it's really nice. Right next door to Brazil is Belgium. Back again this year is the beer braised beef with Gouda mashed potatoes, very tasty. My favorite of this is the waffle with the berry compote and whipped cream. You can also just get whipped cream and chocolate sauce, all really good items. Made it to Morocco, and we're gonna hit up the Tangerine Cafe for our next booth. Back this year is the stone-baked Moroccan bread with the dips. Pretty simple, but the dips are very tasty. And back again is one of my favorites, the pistachio cake with the cinnamon pastry cream and candied walnuts. Great flavor, great texture. Pistachio is lovely, and it's creamy and soft and delicate. I love this cake. Also back again is the Moroccan spiced lamb and the fried falafel and pita. Next up is the Greece booth. Back again this year is the griddle cheese with pistachio and honey, one of my all-time favorites. It's literally like they take cheese, they put it on the grill, and it's seared, and it's yummy and cheesy and gooey, and it's also on the fromage montage. Also back again is the spanakopita, the lamb gyro, and the impossible moussaka. Next up, we made it to the Japan booth. New this year is the Wagyu Temaki Sushi. It's $9.50, it's a little pricey. Handheld sushi with sweet and savory American Wagyu beef topped with takana, Japanese pickles, and spicy mayo sauce. They also have a version with eel. I don't eat eel, so I didn't get it, but that's what's on the eel. And back again this year is the teriyaki chicken bun, steam bun with minced chicken, vegetables, and teriyaki sauce. Really expensive at $7.95, but this is a returning item that I never had before, and I needed to see for myself. I don't care even if it's the best bun in the world. $7.95 for one little bun is insane, but we'll give it all a try. Here's the inside of the bun. Let's give it a try. Listen, it's good, but it's so expensive for one bun. This is like, it's like insane. It's the cooking cooked well, there's good flavor, but like, it's insanely priced for one bun. Just up to you. Personally, I'm not buying it again. I did it for this, and that's it, and I'm never buying it again. I don't like, it's good, again, it's good, but it's over $7 for one bun. It's insane. Sorry, rant over, sorry. Now this I'm excited for. Now that's fire. Meat is really, really nice, great flavor. I love the spicy mayo that you get in there, so it gives it also a little bit of heat too, and great like tang. Nice seaweed wrap, crunch, awesome. It's still a little expensive, yes, but you know what? It's way worth more $9.50 than that bun is for over $7. So this or the eel, if you like eel, I think you'll be very happy. Entering America, and we have the funnel cake stand. And if you know this channel, you know I don't get the funnel cakes anymore because you know why? Let's see how much it is this year. $12 for a funnel cake. This year it's tiramisu funnel cake with vanilla ice cream topped with chocolate rum sauce, cream cheese whipped cream, dusted with cocoa and espresso powder, and it's small, and it's $12. I love I love seeing with the prices every year because it used to be like $8, $9, now it's $12. So at your own risk. Made it inside of America and we have the new booth, Flavors of America. This menu is all hot dogs and a dessert, and we're gonna get 2 out of the 4 because that's a lot of hot dogs and the dessert. We're not gonna get the New York style because it's pretty simple, classic, and we want to try all the weird, fun ones. We're gonna skip the Chicago and we're gonna get the Carolina and the Southwest. Here is the Carolina hot dog. It's all beef hot dog with chili, coleslaw, yellow mustard, and a brioche bun. And here is the Southwest style hot dog with bacon, warm pinto beans, tomatoes, jalapeno, avocado crema, and queso fresco in a French roll. And finally, we have the chocolate pudding cake. All right, let's try out the Carolina dog first. Now, I just want to be clear, I am from New York and I prefer the New York style hot dog. I don't like all the stuff on it. I like mustard sauerkraut, but these are just so insane. So we had to try these, right? Here we go. Pretty good. The flavor on here is really nice because you get that yellow mustard mixed in. It gives it that nice like tang, and the crunch from the corn is really nice. Ow, something just bit me. But again, I like the New York style, so it's a lot for me. But if you like a piled up hot dog, this one's really good. The hot dog itself is nice and crispy. It's grilled, it's not boiled, so it's really nice. And I noticed that this bun is different than the other bun, so I'm excited to see the difference. This one's a little bit softer. All right, we got like a French roll. This reminds me more of like when you get a sausage and you have so much on here, and that bug really bit me good. Oh my gosh, my arm itches, but let's see how, can I bite this? It's all right. Like, I like the cream on top. That's kind of nice, but it's kind of lackluster with all the other stuff. Like the jalapeno, you get a little kick, but the Carolina definitely had more to it. They didn't really put that much on, so like the beans aren't really coming through at all or anything. Overall, like not my favorite. If I was gonna go for a crazy hot dog, I'd go for the Carolina for sure. All right, let's try out this chocolate pudding cake. Ooh, so it has this like bourbon caramel on top, and you get that smokiness of the bourbon. The cake is like very smooth and mushy, but like in a good way kind of thing, like that. And it's more like a light, almost hazelnutty than like hard, like overly sweet chocolate. Like it's edible. Chocolate needs to be edible, otherwise it's like too sugary and too rich. This is really nice. And it's okay to get this in August because it's already melted. So it works because I'm melted. I melted the moment I stepped into this park. So this is exactly what I feel like right now. I feel like this cake, and it's very good. Made it over to Italy, and for people who have seen my channel, you probably know what's about to be said. The Italy booth is a constant disappointment, and I have come to the realization that I'm no longer buying anything from, I try and I try again. I convince myself it's gonna be fine at every festival, and it's not. It's never fine. It's always frozen and overpriced and not good. So I'm sorry, but I will show you the menu. They have Italian style nachos with homemade beef ragu, pasta chips, tomato sauce, and dried ricotta cheese. Don't know about that one. Next, the polpettine toscane, beef meatballs, rosemary focaccia, and pomodoro sauce. And finally, the vanilla cheesecake with whipped cream, fresh strawberry sauce. These are all new items. Next up is the Spain booth, and it is a brand new menu this year. Here at Spain, you can get the Spanish charcuterie. Now, they kind of like do this every year, but it's always like a little different. This is this year. Jamon manchego and pan con tomate, and this is part of the fromage montage. And paella negra, squid ink rice with shrimp, bay scallops, and octopus served with garlic aioli. That sounds so good. I want to try this so badly. That slaps. First of all the fish in here is cooked really well. Nothing is chewy, gamey, nothing. It's good, and the flavor is so great. I love squid ink, like pasta, rice. It's really nice, and then you get this mayo here, and scallops are really good. Oh, and that octopus in there as well. This is one of my favorite things at the festival so far that we've had. This is great. And who doesn't love a good charcuterie? It's good. Meat, cheese, can't really go wrong with it. It's a nice plate. Really great booth this year. They did a really good job. Next up, we have the Germany booth. Back again this year is the pasta au gratin. It's like a German mac and cheese. It's not the most amazing thing, but it's also not bad at all. It's very solid. It's exactly what you expect it to be. Noodles, cheese, very tasty. It's still always a very solid option. They also have back the bratwurst on the pretzel roll and the apple strudel. Directly next to the Germany booth is the Alps booth. Back again this year is the warm raclette cheese. You can get it with or without ham. It is fantastic. It is just warm, ooey gooey, right off the Rhine cheese. This is part of the fromage montage. It is just perfect melty cheese, and it's a little bit like on the stinkier side. It has a nice tang to it. So yummy, absolutely love the Alps booth. Next up, Refreshment Outpost has some festival offerings. Excuse me, I'm so hyped. This is the chocolate amarula mousse with white chocolate. And you know what it looks like? A giant zebra dome that you can only get at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. Is this a giant zebra? Is this about to happen right now? I'm so hyped. They are also offering the possible spicy sausage and the curried chicken and South African sausage stew. All right, it's a little different than the zebra dome because it has this cake in it, but that might make it even better because it'll give it some more texture. Let's give this a try. It's a zebra dome, but with cake. This is awesome. Okay, first of all, I don't love the cake because it's a little dry, but it's really not that bad because this is so creamy, and it actually makes the zebra dome a little less sweet because it gives a little more texture. I'm actually here for this, and the fact that we can just get a giant zebra dome in Epcot and not have to go to Animal Kingdom Lodge to get zebra domes is a win. This is amazing. Thank you, Disney. This is a gift. Thank you for this gift. Next up is the India booth, back again this year.
The potato and peas samosas with coriander lime cream. They were okay. I wish they had a little more flavor. And also back again this year is the chicken tikka masala with the fennel spiced yogurt and naan bread. As someone who does eat Indian food and enjoys it, this does also not have enough flavor for me, but if you're new to Indian food, I would definitely give this booth a try.
Next up is the China booth. Back again this year is the crispy duck bao. It's okay. I wish there was more to it, and it's very expensive for what it really is, so I don't recommend. They're also offering pan-fried chicken dumplings and Shanghai scallion noodles with shrimp. Next up is the Mexico booth with a new menu. First up, we have the tostada de camarones. It's tempura battered shrimp atop fried corn tortilla with guacamole, cabbage, chipotle aioli, diced mango, and chili lime powder. They're also offering a flauta de barbacoa fried tortilla with barbacoa beef topped with salsa verde crema, Mexicana, and queso fresco. And we also got the pan de elote, traditional Mexican cornbread topped with chocolate sauce and queso fresco. All right, let's try this tostada. Wow, that's actually pretty good. There's a really nice, good flavor on there, and you're getting a lot of lemon from what they probably squeezed onto the avocado. And then you have that aioli, and then the shrimp is really, really nice, and it's battered well. I usually have problems with the Mexico booth, but I'm really happy with this. All right, I'm hyped for some cornbread. The inside has this really cool texture. I can't describe it, but it gives it almost a little bite in there, and it's cold, which is really good. The chocolate sauce is kind of meh. It's not that great chocolate, but the corn is really good, and it's a very interesting, unique way to do cornbread. I'm really enjoying it, actually. Yeah, because of that texture, it's super different. It's gooier almost, but also it has a bite to it. Really interesting, pretty tasty. Across from Mexico is the Noodle Exchange. Back again this year is the Thai shrimp with rice noodles, shiitake mushrooms, and basil and coconut curry broth. Really tasty, kind of sweet, but it has that lovely curry taste. And back again is the ramen with tofu with shiitake mushrooms, pickled carrot shaved, spicy peppers, baby bok choy, and a citrus sesame broth. The broth is really tasty. I love the bok choy. I'm not a big fan of the tofu, but I'm also not a tofu person. And you can also do the ramen with the shaved beef, shiitake mushrooms, pickled carrots, radish, shaved spicy peppers, and egg, soy, and citrus sesame broth. Next up is the Australia booth, and it's weird makeshift booth because it should have been down there, but it's here. But here at Australia. Back again this year is the roasted lamb chop with mint pesto, crushed salt, and vinegar potato chips. This is so delicious. Really great sear on it, highly recommend. Also back is the Lamington cake, which is yellow cake, raspberry filling, and chocolate and coconut. I absolutely am obsessed with this. If you like coconut and very plain cake, you will love this. Next up is Hawaii. Back again this year is the fan favorite pork sliders with the Dole pineapple chutney. It is so delicious, super flavorful and juicy, highly recommend. And back again is that passion fruit cheesecake with the macadamia nuts. This is so silky smooth, great cheesy flavor. It is is just so light and delicate and so yummy. They're also offering a Hawaiian rice bowl, spam, eggs, eel sauce, spicy mayo, and burikake. Next we have Shimmering Sips. This is also where you will come to redeem your fromage montage to get your prize. Once again, it is the same prize as last year: strawberry soft serve, a cheesecake, and a souvenir cup. Back again this year, one of my all-time favorites from the festival last year, the guava cake with whipped cream and coconut. It was so flavorful, and that whipped cream and all the fruit flavor, and it was so delicate. I love this, one of my favorites. And back again this year is the incredible mimosa flight. Now you can get these separately on their own, but the flight is amazing. First is the tropical mimosa with Minute Maid, passion fruit, orange, and guava. Heaven, pog juice as mimosa, amazing. Next is the berry mimosa with the berry fizz, the white cranberry juice, a little sweet but not too crazy, very refreshing. And then finally the blood orange mimosa with the blood orange juice. Oh, so insanely good. If you love that blood orange, you're going to absolutely love this pairing. I love this booth, I love these mimosas. It's such a beautiful and fun flight to do. Over at the Odyssey Pavilion, you can find Brew-Wing. They have decked out the Odyssey once again this year with your host, Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker, doing some weird food experiments to give you a very fun menu here at Brew-Wing. Back again this year is the insane pickle milkshake. Is it good? I still really don't know, because it kind of tastes like mint ice cream, and then it also does kind of taste like a pickle. It was good and then it wasn't. It's super weird though, and super unique to this festival, and like if you're gonna try like something totally out there, this is the one to try. But if you don't like mint, or if you don't like pickles, definitely give it a skip. Back again this year is the frozen raspberry and pomegranate tea. This is so delicious and so refreshing because it's frozen. It's made with real tea, so it's not that sweet. Highly recommend. Back again this year from last year are the Impossible Tenders. They're actually really good. They honestly fool me. The flavor on them is really great. It does have a little bit of a kick to it, so just if you're not great with spice, be aware of that. But honestly, I recommend this for vegans and non-vegans. Back again from 2 years ago are the PB&J wings. Think of it like a sticky sauce with peanut sauce mixed in. It's very good. Also back again is the garlic Parmesan wings. These are fantastic, really, really crispy, great flavor on them. And also back from 2 years ago is the traditional buffalo, classic, great flavor. All the wings here are fantastic. And back again to the festival this year is one of my all-time favorites, the pickle fries. They are so hot and crispy, and then you get that explosion of pickle. It's not chips, which makes it even better because you get all the juices of the pickle, and it's so fantastic. If you're a pickle fan, highly recommend. Walking up toward Test Track, the fry basket is back this year. Back again this year are one of my favorites, the adobo yuca fries with the garlic cilantro aioli. That aioli is absolute heaven, and I want to douse everything in it, and the fries are always nice and crispy and warm. Absolute must get. The fry flight is also back again this year. One is truffle Parmesan fries, one is barbecue bacon fries and smoked aioli, and the last one is sweet potato casserole fries with candied pecans, toasted marshmallow cream, and bourbon maple syrup. They are all so great. I love them. The Parmesan fries are very classic. The bacon fries with the aioli is just so smoky and heavenly, and then the sweet potato ones are really sweet, but not too sweet and nice and crispy. Love these. Love this booth so much. Up the ramp is Flavors from Fire, back again this year. Back again this year is the incredible smoked corned beef with house-made potato chips, pickled onions, and beer cheese fondue and cheese curds. This year it is not on the fromage montage, so please make sure you're aware of that, but it's still such a delicious dish. So full of flavor, so cheesy, crispy potato chips, absolute banger. Burger is back, but this year it's with cheddar and tomato jam on a sesame seed bun. And finally new this year is the Steakhouse Blended Burger, beef and wild mushroom slider with truffle brie cheese fondue, arugula, truffle potato chips on a sesame seed bun. And finally back again this year is the swine brine, bourbon, apple cinnamon cider, lemon juice, and Dijon mustard with, yes, pork. It is so bizarre, but it's actually really refreshing considering it's bourbon, and very, very tasty. And finally, in front of the Creation Shop is Coastal Eats once again. Back again this year is the Jumbo Shrimp Cocktail with cocktail sauce. This is a hit or miss. I've had it where it was really good, and I know people who've had it that it was not a very good piece of shrimp, so at your own risk. And back again this year is the Lobster Tail. Again, at your own risk. I personally have not tried this because I'm a little nervous too. Let me know in the comments what your experience was like with this dish. And finally, let's check out all 4 Joffreys locations in the parks to see what specialty drink they are offering for the festival First off, the Joffreys by Guardians of the Galaxy. They are offering the Coconut Mocha Latte, a blend of espresso, milk coconut syrup, dark chocolate sauce garnished with whipped cream, toasted coconut flakes, and dark chocolate drizzle. Over at the Canada Joffreys, they are offering a hazelnut mocha latte, a nutty blend of espresso, milk, hazelnut syrup, dark chocolate sauce, garnished with whipped cream and dark chocolate drizzle. Over at Joffrey's in the American Pavilion, they are offering the Coconut Banana Cream Pie Latte, espresso, milk, coconut syrup, banana syrup, garnished with whipped cream and toasted coconut flakes. And finally at Joffrey's by Disney Traders, they are offering the PB&J Latte, a blend of espresso, milk, peanut butter syrup, and raspberry syrup garnished with whipped cream. Well, my dudes, that was Epcot Food and Wine 2024. I am exhausted, I'm so hot, but woo, we covered so much. And here I think are my favorite from this year from the new menu items. It's gotta be that cake from the American booth. It's gotta be the zebra dome from Outpost, the squid ink rice with the shrimp in Spain. Absolute bangers for those three. You won't go wrong with those. I think that if you come later during the year for Food and Wine, the food menu will reflect that more because it was a lot of fall party harvest food. And so in 100-degree heat, it wasn't the most amazing, but it was still, like, most of it, as you saw, was very good. But anyway, let me know in the comments, are you coming to Epcot Food and Wine this year? Have you been previous years? Is there something on the menu from a previous year that you love that is back again? Let me know in the comments below. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss anything that goes on this channel. Follow me on Instagram at Magical Hijinx. Check out the Patreon. If you like this video and you like all of these honest reviews, become a patron because you help support all of the food that I purchased to be able to review. And you'll be helping me to continue bringing great content to this channel. Plus you'll get exclusive perks like a free dining guide to Walt Disney World, access to our Discord, help with trip planning, exclusive videos, exclusive lives. So join us over on Patreon. And until next time, my dudes, I hope you guys get some hijinks very, very soon. And make sure to watch my HHN video that comes out tomorrow morning from the day that I am posting this. Bye-bye.